President Trump, it is a great pleasure for me as well to meet you.
Trump looks like, I don't know, he looks overmatched. He looks outmatched. Sitting across from President Xi, don't you just like physiognomically, biometrically looking at it? He's like hunched over. He looks like a little, what do you call him? He looks like he's rolled up into a little corn cob. Yeah, and President Xi looks like a Chad. That's right.
It feels very warm seeing you again because it's been many years.
Top G to bottom Trump.
Since your re-election, we have spoken on the phone 3 times.
A child sitting
exchanged
in a high chair.
several letters and stayed in
like
close contact.
Yeah, he's curved, like he's like a, you know, because as you get older, you sort of like return back to baby form. So you like, gravity starts to win, you know, and you start, well, it's sort of happening to me. It's like turning into a shrimp.
And our joint guidance.
A taco shrimp at that.
China-US relations have remained
a shrimp taco.
Stable on the
shrimp taco Trump.
Whole.
Winnie
Given
the
our
Pooh.
different national conditions,
the likeness is uncanny.
We do not always see eye to eye with each other, and it is normal for the 2 leading economies of the world to have frictions now and then.
Look, he's looking a little bemused at that. I don't know if Trump liked that.
And in the face of winds, waves, and challenges, you and I, at the helm of China-US relations, should stay the right course.
Marco Rubio, can you stop breaking the 4th wall? Jesus. You're a damn actor, Marco Rubio. Act like one.
And ensure the steady sailing forward of the giant ship of China-US relations. I always believe that China's development goes...
Scott Bessent, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio. What's his name? Billionaire dude. What's this dude's name right here? Sitting next to Marco Rubio. Howard Lutnick. That's it. The guy that was Epstein's neighbor in Palm Beach. He's a billionaire hotshot. I forgot what he did.
Goes hand in hand with your vision to make America great again.
Who are these 2? We should know everyone at the table. If I was worth my salt, I would know all these. I would know all the players.
Our 2 countries are fully...
Chudlick. There you go. You guys got names, don't you? You guys got jokes.
Able to help each other succeed and prosper together. Over the years...
I don't know what her name is, but I'm sure it's Karen.
Yes, I have stated in public many times that China and the United States should be partners and friends. This is what history has taught us and what reality demands.
Trump's like... that.
A few days ago, in the latest round of consultation, our 2 economic and trade teams reached basic consensus on addressing our respective major concerns and made encouraging progress.
Karen-san, isn't that a Japanese thing to do that, or is that a Chinese thing to do? Either way, I'm pretty sure it's Asian.
This provided the necessary conditions for our meeting today. Mr. President, I'm ready to continue working with you.
See, I wouldn't have known that Scott Bessent was gay, except for how he put his headphones on. You can tell. You can tell. That's like, even if you didn't know, you would know then. You know what I mean? It's a dead giveaway.
To build a solid foundation for China-US relations.
This guy's not even listening. He's actually on the call. He's just talking on the phone.
And create a sound atmosphere for the development of both countries. Mr. President, you care a lot about world peace, and you're very enthusiastic about settling various regional hotspot issues. I appreciate your great contribution to the recent conclusion of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. During your visit to Malaysia, you witnessed the signing of the Joint Declaration on Peace along the Cambodia-Thailand border, to which you had provided input.
He's holding a conch shell. You got me. That's what I should have said. This guy's just holding a shell to hear the ocean.
China's been helping in our own way Cambodia and Thailand properly settle their border disputes, and we have also been promoting peace talks to resolve other hotspot issues. The world today is confronted with many tough problems. China and US can jointly shoulder our responsibility as major countries and work together to accomplish more great and concrete things for the good of our 2 countries and the whole world. I look forward to exchanging views with you on questions important for our 2 countries and the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to have you all. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, why did you change your nuclear plans? Why are you going to be doing more nuclear testing?
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press.
Oh, that's awkward. He didn't answer the question.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
With a little round table with the Chinese leader and President Donald Trump.
That was surreal. I thought Trump was going to say something, but maybe he had already remarked before President Xi.
Has come to an end. Donald Trump getting a question that he didn't answer before that came to an end. I've got Rob McBride, who's with us in Busan, South Korea. Rob, Xi Jinping said it was warm.
That's true. They're on his turf. They're on China's turf, and yeah, that's definitely something. I'm thinking about how when Trump met Putin, they met technically in the United States in Alaska, but when he meets with Xi, he's in China.
Seeing you that they've stayed in contact. The two leaders that they've spoken.
America ran out of cards. Good thing China makes them. Yeah, it's definitely like if you have to go to that country, you know, that's sort of like a show of deference, I guess, to the host country. They came to you, you know, bit of a power play. But I mean, some of you might be alluding to the fact that this is a symbolic representation of the changing of the guard from one superpower economy to the future, you know, the old champion and the new.
3 times, but not really a clue into what was going to be signed between the two leaders, except perhaps maybe that something is going to happen, a deal is going to happen of some sorts, right?
Yeah, there's been increasing speculation that they have agreed
I think what's going to happen is that Trump is going to tell President Xi, we're doing 100% tariffs on the Chinese economy, everything, and then President Xi is going to start crying and say, please, no, Trump, please, we'll do whatever you want. And then Donald Trump is going to basically get everything from China for free from now on. And that's why America will be great again.
Some sort of...
And then everyone eats tacos, yes.
Broad framework. It may not be too specific, but it may be some sort of basis on which to return to some kind of normalcy in trade relations.
So why can't we? He's obviously now talking. He was waiting for the reporters to leave, I guess, because now we don't get what he's saying.
Between these world's two biggest economies, that's increasing speculation. So as they now get into the session, we...
Look at that. We're in bussin'. We bussin' South Korea. All right now. That's bussin' out there in bussin', South Korea.
We will find out at the end of this summit if there is an agreement that they will be signing. But this was the typical pool spray, as they call it.
Yeah, the hands not being on the table. That's interesting. Xi doesn't also have his hands on the table as well. Trump just looks hunched over.
Where the journalists are allowed in.
He looks like a short, fat prick compared to President Xi. President Xi's like 8 feet tall. Trump's like not short, but he looks short.
Very interesting that Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, gave a lengthy statement, but nothing from President Donald Trump, who normally isn't short of a comment or two when there are TV cameras around. They said, thank you very much. The press left, and they will now get into the business of the day. But interesting comments from Xi Jinping. They're talking about, as the world's two biggest economies, they are bound to have trade frictions, but they both realize the importance to their mutual economic importance to their two economies and how there should be stability. So there does seem to be some cordial basis there for some kind of agreement. Also, Xi Jinping, interestingly, talking up Donald Trump's peacemaking abilities.
I'm going to stop you there, Rob. I'm going to stop you there, Rob, because that's a question I do want to put to you, who is in Beijing for us. Katrina, I'm just going to come to Katrina now. Katrina, sorry. One of the things I want to talk to you about is the language being used. This was very much a speech from Xi Jinping that was designed to not perhaps placate Donald Trump, but certainly to make sure that he was at the very least flattered. Things like, we want to help make America great again. You're a great peacemaker. That there are hotspots in the world that China and the US can work together on. Were you surprised by that kind of language?
Yeah, why wasn't China like, let's burn it all down? Trump, you've obviously, are guilty of side, and you're now trying to fight a war against Venezuela, whom we back. You've continued to provoke Russia into a war, and on and on and on and on and on. Let's burn it down. What do you say?
Not really. I think one key phrase that really stood out to me was that Xi Jinping said that our two sides met together in Malaysia. They had a fruitful discussion, setting the stage for us to meet today. I think that really does suggest that many of the details of this meeting, many of the deals expected have been largely ironed out. And I think Xi Jinping himself may not be expecting too many surprises when these two sit down to negotiate. And the fact that he has used such warm language saying that China would like to essentially work together with you to make America great again. I think that does suggest that we are expecting some concrete outcomes from these talks, that there are going to be things that are agreed to, which can be called a victory for both sides. So I think that's why we're seeing such warm language here from Xi Jinping. He mentioned the two sides have frictions. I think it's very clear, not only to Xi and all the people in the room, what the disagreements are. I think he's also trying to emphasize this message that we've heard actually time and time again from Beijing, that China does not want to fight. It will fight if you want to fight, but essentially what we do want long term is peace and to work together. We want to cooperate, and I think that was the message that Xi Jinping was sending out.
Katrina, you live for us there in Beijing.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to see how this pans out. It's a developing story. Donald Trump is in China meeting with communists, dirty, filthy, Marxist communists, and he's doing business with them? He's trying to get a trade agreement with communists? I can't believe this. This is... It kind of feels like America's on the verge of communism. It kind of feels like America's on the verge of a communist takeover, of tyranny. This is not good. This is not good. I'm pretty sure I remember Donald Trump vilifying communists like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden not too long ago, and now he's doing business with known commies. I'm going to need some more time to think about this and really reflect and figure this out, because this is just too much for my little old brain. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to the page to help it grow. And if you'd like to support my work, join my Patreon for exclusive content.